Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are keeping well. I hope that you're keeping healthy, sane, and navigating this kind of weird space of trying to figure out what productive means to you right now, and just trying to keep kind of together in this time. I hope that you're okay, and yeah, without getting into too much lockdown chit chat, I hope that you enjoyed the previous video that I did. If you haven't watched that video, I'll have it somewhere up here for you guys to click and watch, but otherwise it is on my channel. If you just go on my channel, you'll find it. So I hope that you guys did enjoy that video. I did receive some great feedback in terms of people sharing the video and just letting me know that was really helpful, and just letting me know some of your guys' apps as well. So that's really great, and I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's a little bit easing off of the lockdown content, not talking about lockdown too much. I decided to pose a question on Instagram. A little bit of a ask me anything you would like to know. Got some responses, so I'm glad to be filming a Q&A. I haven't filmed a Q&A I think in about 2 to 3 years. I filmed one that I can remember right now. I think I've only ever filmed one Q&A, so I thought it was time to just like kind of throw something out there. So I'm really excited to film a Q&A, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So without any more small talk, let's get into the video.
Not trying to be in there, not trying to be cool, just trying to be in this. Tell me, are you too?
So the first question that I got, I screened, because obviously I did this a couple of days ago. I screenshot the questions, and I just typed each one of them out into my notes. So the first question is the last film that you watched. So the last film that I watched was, I think, Hustlers. I haven't been watching a lot of movies in this time, so yeah, Hustlers is probably the last movie that I watched. Next question is, how would you describe your style? I don't know how to answer this question. I really don't know how to answer this question, only because I don't know if I have a definitive like style. I don't think I have like I'm a minimalist, I'm a this, I'm a that. I like what I like. I know that I'm particularly drawn to bright colors. I'm particularly drawn to prints. So I love things like that. I'm big on print, bold, big colors. I like anything that I know will look good on me. So there's certain things when I go into a store, I know that I would never get it. It looks great on other people, but I know personally I would never get it. I like to shop with an outfit in mind. I never really go into a store and I just buy something and figure it out when I get home. I always buy something with kind of just like an outfit in mind. Even if it's one outfit, then when I get home I'll be able to figure out what other outfits it could go with. But lately I've noticed that I've been buying a lot of things like in pieces. So I'll buy like a 2-piece, or I'll buy like a dress, something that's already its own complete outfit that I could add on to. So I can add a jacket, add great accessories or something like that. But yeah, I'm more of just like a bold, out there, colors, prints, all sorts of things. I don't really have a definitive style, but I like what I like. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know how to really describe my personal style. But next question is, are you a good cook? If I wasn't before, now I am, because after this lockdown, wow, been making all sorts of things. Like I've been baking and all, like I've always been interested in baking and making different things and whatever, but I never really had the time. And also, having been staying in like a flat that didn't have a lot of space, I never really had the opportunity to do a lot of the things that I would have loved to do. I'm glad that I will be able to now. But yeah, I've just been making a lot of just like different things, smoothies. I've made little dinner rolls. I made flapjacks. Like I love flapjacks in general. So I make flapjacks quite a lot because they're quite simple to make. What else have I just been making? Like wraps, rotis. We made naan the other day. Well, my mom mainly made that because I was a little scared of that. But yeah, I've just been making a whole lot of different things. So I think if I wasn't before, I definitely am now, but I've always just been a good cook in general. I'm definitely not like a celebrity chef or like an Instagram chef type person who can throw recipes together, but I can make a good meal. So yeah, I would like to believe that I am a good cook. And then next question, Apple or Android? Apple or Android? This is a very interesting question for me. Mostly because if you had asked me this a couple of months ago, I would have said Android 100%, not even a shadow of a doubt. It's definitely just Android all the way. Only because I've had iPhones before. I've had 2 iPhones before, and I did not enjoy my experience with iPhone, besides the fact that it is like great camera quality and whatever. There are other phones with better camera quality, just by the way, for the iPhones that I had. I'm not going to speak to like iPhone 11 and all sorts of things because I've never had them. I had an iPhone 4, and then after that I had the 5C, and I mean they were great. It is what it is. A phone is a phone, but for me personally, I didn't enjoy my experience. I didn't enjoy like the music experience, especially having to use, what is it, iTunes Music, whatever. Like I didn't enjoy. I don't enjoy that it's not that user friendly in terms of like sending things, because I don't have other Apple devices. So I didn't have an Apple Watch. I didn't have a MacBook and whatever. So like sending things was just like torturous. I'm someone, when I have a phone, I need things to be easily accessible. And yeah, Apple wasn't for me in terms of the phone front, because I think mostly Apple needs you to be Apple. So your entire life must be Apple. You need to have the Apple Watch, you need to have a MacBook, you need to have the iPad and whatever. So for me, that just wasn't my life. So yeah, it was just difficult for me in terms of the phone. But now at work I use a Mac, and it is honestly, it has saved my life. If I had to do all of the work that I do on my laptop would honestly self-destruct. It really would. It would honestly self-destruct. I find that when I'm at home and I'm doing my personal stuff on my laptop, it's struggling so bad. Like it struggles so bad. And it's honestly, it's so sad, because I recently bought a laptop specifically for the fact that, okay, besides the fact that my other laptop got stolen, I had already bought this laptop with the other one, because the other one was it was going through the absolute most. And it wasn't built. I had bought it for varsity, so I wasn't thinking about the specs or anything. I was just thinking about the fact that I need to access work and be able to do my assignments and all that stuff. So this one, I specifically like bought it with specs in mind and being able to edit and do certain things. And in the beginning it was okay. It wasn't the best on earth. It was okay, but it still just wasn't doing what I needed to do. And now it's just become so much worse. It's like so much more slow. And at certain points, like if a video, like the files are too big or something like that, like it honestly just freezes and freaks out. So yeah, without getting into too much detail, I think for the line of work that you are in, you have to consider that. So for me, I think Mac is great. If I honestly, work-wise, if I had to bring my own laptop to work and had to do all the work that needs to be done on my laptop, it would be over for me. It would honestly be over for me. Like, I think Mac is probably the best. Apple is the best in terms of like creativity, editing, graphic design, all of that. I personally think it works well for creative things, really well. So I think it's just like a toss-up. 50, I don't know if it's 50-50, I don't know, maybe 60-40. between the two, I can't really say Apple or Android, but in terms of a phone, definitely Android. I'm Android 100%. I love my phone. Great camera quality, hasn't given me any sort of problems, and I love big phones. I'm gonna admit right now, cannot afford an iPhone 11. It is what it is, and that's okay. I don't want it anyway, like it's fine. If it was gifted to me, that is great. I would definitely use it and I'll love you forever, but it's not my first choice. Even if I had the money, it's not my first choice. I don't think I would like go for Apple in terms of my phone. I'm very happy with Android at the moment. But yeah, I hope that answers the question. Next question. Ooh, I like this one. Favorite Beyonce song. Oh, this is very, very difficult, and I'm definitely not going to choose one. I'm definitely not choosing one song. Let me just think quickly, because wow, Beyonce has a lot of good songs. Wow. I think first that comes to mind in terms of just like a classic, like a really good song that like honestly will never get old to me. Broken Hearted Girl.
I don't wanna be without you, babe. I don't want a broken heart.
That is definitely top 3. I'm not gonna put this in any particular order because I cannot. It's Beyonce. So definitely Broken Hearted Girl. I've really been enjoying Daddy Lessons as well.
With his gun and his head held high, he told me not to cry.
Like, as soon as that song came out, it spoke to me. It was the one that jumped out in the album. So I've really been enjoying that song. So Daddy Lessons has to be like in also the top 3. And then last one, I think let's get like a vibey song. Probably, what is that song called? The one that has Nicki in it, like the remix. Flawless. The remix of Flawless. The one that has Nicki Minaj in it. I love Nicki's rap. I've got it all down. The song just puts me in sort of a mood, like I get an attitude, just as Beyonce and Nicki have an attitude. Yeah, it just does all of the things for me. And yeah, that's my top 3. Like Beyonce, I mean, Beyonce is queen and she has all of the greatest songs, but I think those would be my top 3, honestly. Ooh, next question. What makes you consistent? This is a big question. This is a very big question, and I'm only saying that because consistency is different to different people. For me, consistency would be staying true to who I am, staying true to my brand, and not straying from what I aim to achieve and who I would like to be, and who I'm shaping into becoming. That's consistency to me. Other people would define consistency as posting regularly and all sorts of things. So if you look at that end, I don't post regularly. I don't kind of follow a schedule and stuff like that, so I'm not as consistent in that regard. But when you speak about brand identity, who I am, and what I speak of and who I embody, and the person that looking at me now and the person who I want to become, I'm consistent in that regard. And what makes me consistent is that I always stay true to who I am. I know exactly what I want, and I know exactly what I want to achieve and who I aspire to be. So I always, every single day, I live it as I was the person that I should be, I guess, if that makes any sense. I think it's just kind of needing to learn yourself, and know yourself fully, and know what you want to do. And if we're speaking about it in a business sense now, just know what your business aims to put out there, aims to achieve, and yeah, kind of what you want to say to people and what you want people to get out of what you're putting out there. And if that can stay on a consistent basis, then that's what makes you consistent, and that's what makes people keep coming back. For me, I know that I always have aimed to spread light, to spread love, and to just spread life. And hopefully we're able to learn from each other's experiences, and we're able to educate each other, we're able to learn from each other, we're able to love others as we love each other, and love ourselves. So that's one thing that I've always just wanted to achieve through my platforms. So I've never strayed from that, even if I've added certain things that I do. So if I were to add like certain things, like if I started off just solely just blogging, and then I added on videos, and I added on more consistent content on Instagram, and I added on being more active on Facebook, and stuff like that. But I've always stayed true to what I aim to achieve and what I want to spread out there, and how I want to achieve that as well. I've never strayed from that, and I think that's what kind of keeps me consistent and makes me consistent, because I never want to lose that. I never want to lose the essence of what I do and the essence of who I am, especially because a lot of what I do is based on my personal life and who I am. I never want to kind of separate my business from who I am, because my business is who I am. So yeah, I hope that answered the question. If you're watching and you asked that question, I hope that answered the question. Next question, how are you doing during this lockdown? I'm not going to answer this question in full. I could speak for literally 30 minutes about this. I do have 2 videos. The app video speaks a little bit to how I feel as well, and then there's one that's specifically how I'm feeling. So you can watch those videos. But at the moment I am okay. A lot happening, but I am okay, trust and believe. Yeah, I'm my mind is in that we're gonna be okay. I'm safe at home, and everything is gonna be okay at some point. And I'm just trying to remain as positive as I can, trying to spread as much light as I can, trying to educate as much as I can, trying to share things where I can, as well, just like things to do, and just like spreading some encouragement and stuff like that. So yeah, just to answer the question in short, I am okay. What was your first job? Without getting into too much detail, my first job was in Matric. I worked at a store called Vertigo. I was a freelance stylist. So yeah, they didn't call them shop assistants or anything like that. The store was part of, I don't know if you guys remember, part of the Akajo, Jenny Button, I think G-Star Raw before it became G-Star Raw. I'm not sure. I don't ever remember seeing it in the booklets, but I think sort of kind of vibe, but it was part of just that Akajo, Jenny Button, that group. It was kind of like an urban contemporary store, great denim, and it did like the t-shirts, the Vertigo t-shirts. So I was the freelance stylist, and yeah, it was a great experience. I found this question a little bit, I don't know, I found it a little strange, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll answer it nonetheless. What is your shoe size? I am a size 3, sometimes a size 4, but mainly a size 3, depending on the shoe. Some shoes don't fit as well, so I'll just get a size 4, especially like sandals, like Birkenstock type of sandals, or just like flip-flops, I'll get like a size 4. And it just depends where you buy the shoe as well. Some shoes run quite small, some shoes run quite big, so it honestly just depends. But certain shoes, I try shoes on before I purchase them, or if a shoe is sent to me, I make sure that I send a size 4, just to be on the safe side, because some shoes do run a little bit smaller, and some shoes do run a little bit bigger, so I don't want to be stuck in like a situation. So yeah, I'm a 3'4". I think I spoke about that a bit too long. It was very strange. Next question, what is the best part of your job? So if we're speaking about my actual day job, I think the best part of my job is definitely the people that I get to work with. I love feeding off good vibes, good energy, and also just like talented people. So it's definitely would be the people that I get to work with, and also just like the whole thing of knowing that what I'm doing is far greater than anything that I could actually ever imagine. It's so much bigger than myself, and I'm kind of reaching people on a whole different level than I can even understand, and I can even just like comprehend. Because sometimes you just sit there and you think, I'm just making videos, I'm just making designs, I'm just doing this, I'm just doing that, but actually you're doing something that's reaching someone deeper than you can even imagine. So there's that, and yeah, I'm lucky enough to enjoy what I do. I mean, yeah, there's not much more that I think I should add, but yeah. And then I have a few more, but I don't want this video to be too long. So I think I'm gonna do 2 more, but I'm gonna make them as short as possible. So were you born and bred in PE? Yes and no. I was born in Durban, in Bria, in Durban. Grew up there. My mom's side of the family's there, kind of grew up there, but moved to PE when I was very little. And I've been in PE all my life. Still go there because obviously my family is there, but I've been in PE long enough for PE to be home. And then last question, where do you buy most of your clothes? Honestly speaking, it depends on what I want, and it depends on my bank balance. I definitely do not want to be a slave to debt, so I try by all means to limit my amount of spending on clothes specifically, even if that means like going to clear outs and buying a £5 top. I really do not mind that. Like, there are so many hidden gems inside clear outs. Yeah, like a lot of, like, if you actually like look at my wardrobe, a lot of the stuff you'd say like comes from a different store, and looks like bougie or whatever, or like looks really, really great and looks like it could have cost like 200 Rand for a skirt, or like 500 Rand for a top or whatever. But like a lot of the stuff literally is from clear outs, because a lot of the stuff, I don't know if we're even allowed to speak about that, so I'm not gonna speak about like where the clothes come from. But a lot of my clothes do come from clear out, Mr. Price, Jet. I have an account at Jet. Love Jet, very underrated. And where else? Occasionally some pieces, depending if I do travel. So if I go to Cape Town, I'll go to Access Park. If I go to Durban, some of the factory shops as well. In CBD there are some great shops. So also when you do travel, just like find those hidden gems. If I go to Joburg, then I'll go all out because there are a lot more shops there than there are in PE. And so I know I have a few stuff from Forever 21. Now we do have an H&M, but I got some stuff from H&M as well. Don't go to H&M a lot in PE because they don't have that great stock anymore. It's kind of just like, I don't know like what happens if the H&Ms are different, but yeah, I don't go as frequently. Occasionally go to Zara. It depends on what I need. I bought my blazers at Zara only because I really wanted great quality blazers that I knew would last me a long time, and I buy my perfume from Zara because it is very affordable. But yeah, it just depends what I can afford and what my need is. So I just check myself in that way. But definitely there are some hidden gems in a lot of the stores. Jet is honestly very, very underrated. Pick and Pay clothing also like very underrated. As well as Ackermans. You can find some great stuff at Ackermans. So I know like a lot of the stores like Pick and Pay, I'll get like t-shirts and stuff, like really good quality t-shirts. And maybe like a jersey or two. And then Mr. Price, I'll get like also some t-shirts. I'll get like cute dresses and stuff like that. And a lot of my sandals come from Mr. Price. And then Jet, a lot of my clothes come from Jet. I have like this polka dot skirt that's kind of like a dupe of the Zara polka dot skirt that I got from Jet, and I personally believe that it looks better than the Zara one. Just in terms of like the shape, I like that shape better. Material, I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, I've never had the Zara one. I'm assuming the Zara one is higher quality, but I love it nonetheless. And then yeah, just it depends if I'm at the mall, like where I go and I see something nice. So like I don't particularly shop at Legit, but if I find something cute, I'll get it. I have like a cute two-piece from Legit that I absolutely love. So yeah, it just depends what I see when I'm at the mall. But yeah, those are basically some of the stores that I shop at. But yeah, when you shop, you need to know exactly what you want. Like for me personally, that's my mindset. You need to know exactly what you want so that you go there knowing exactly where you're going. So you don't end up going to like one mall and then it doesn't have what you want. So if particularly you're looking for jeans, then you know that you go to Warmer Park because there's a lot more shops there that you can kind of just like browse around and see. If you're looking for just like cute kind of like dresses or whatever, then you know that you can go maybe downtown. You'll find some cute dresses there. Like that's my mindset, honestly. I'm not like I solely shop at Zara, I solely shop at H&M. Like nah, then you'll never, like I feel like you'll never have like a variety, because especially with me, I love print, I love color and all of that, and some of the shops cater for different needs. So I know like H&M has more muted tones and really just like cute young adult or like cute like housewife vibe, and then I know that Mr. Price is definitely gonna have just like the very contemporary like out there like young person clothes. So it really just like depends on what you want. And also what your wallet says. So that's how I shop. I never like shop for something that I feel like I need to fit into a certain group, so I'm gonna shop at this shop and that's it. No, I definitely dabble in different shops, and I'm not gonna lie, I do like shop at Zara for certain things, because contrary to popular belief, Zara has really, really nice, affordable perfume, and just like certain things as well. So yeah, I hope that answered the question, and I hope I was able to answer all of the questions in kind of like a way that kind of made sense. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. This concludes this Q&A. I think I had a couple of more questions, but I don't want to make all of these videos too long because I feel like I've been making them a bit too long, and I'm just sorry. I speak a lot. I really do apologize. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you stay safe, stay sane, and honestly, be patient with yourself. That's literally like the biggest lesson that I've been learning in this time. Just be patient with yourself. This time is very, very confusing at the moment. It's a very different kind of thing to kind of get used to, and it's trying to kind of figure out, is this like our new normal, or is there a normal that we're gonna get back to, or are we gonna have to create our own kind of new normal? So just be patient with yourself and this entire time that we are in. Take some time out if you need some time out just to rest, and just to gather yourself. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week further, and until the next video, goodbye.